Shit. Hey, God, I almost forgot. Jeez. I'm going to do a very Cappy Christmas and not have my hat on, for God's sake.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I wanted to thank you for staying up late for this Christmas. Because, and just so you know, Jack, I know you're one of the younger ones in the group out here, but you know he's not real, right? You don't have to stay up for him. He's not real.
I know.
All right.
I'm not TJ.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's up there excited with Reese. No doubt, Reese's got the coffee, or not the coffee, the milk and the cookies and everything. I just want to let you know, Jack, Santa isn't real. You don't have to stay up for him. I do appreciate you coming on the show, but if you need to go to bed,
7 p.m.
Oh, okay.
By God, man, Sesame Street doesn't even.
Oh, dude, you know why I thought it was later? Got up at like 8. It's throwing me off, man. I'm becoming an old man. Like, can you still sleep until like noon?
No,
or
no. You know what I did? I slept in yesterday, and you know what time that was? 5:30.
5:30? What do you normally get up at?
4.
Oh my God. And is that because of work or just natural?
No, natural. I like to get into bed early. I like to wake up early.
Well, what happens? What time you go to bed then?
Yeah, it depends. Around 9-ish, sometimes 10. Not much of an evening person.
All right, but you're cutting yourself short a little bit of sleep time there.
Yeah, not much. Maybe an hour. Like, there are times where I just fall asleep at 8. So it really depends.
I've just been, it kind of irks me because there's times, man. Well, you know the feeling, like you sleep in till 10 or 11 or noon, and you just wake up, you're like, oh, like you feel like Superman. And I have not had, like, and I could choose it. I could like, nope, going right back to bed. Now it's like, no, I'm up. Well, I got to poo. Well, maybe I'll have my coffee, and then it's over. And then there's no going back to bed, and you're committed to it.
I know, but sometimes an afternoon nap. Man, those are great. Am I acting old? Like, I'm 30 and I enjoy afternoon naps. Yeah, you're kind of shocking me. It's like when you were allowed to be quasi-free because you're Europe, you're only allowed 50% freedom at its max. But back when you were 50% free, did you like go to get coffee with the old timers? No, not really.
Not really?
Like the whole getting coffee. Hey, Rob.
What's up?
Speaking of old timers and waking up early and having this regular morning poos,
and beer.
And beer. Beer up, what is it, 11?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's probably 5 over in Jack's neck of the woods.
7.
See, there, I'm catching up. I'm fucking late.
We're talking about how Jack's an old timer like us now, even older than us, because he's waking up at 4 a.m., but he doesn't avail himself of the benefits of old manhood, where it's like you go in and get your coffee with all the other old timers. You've never had that experience, Jack?
No, because getting coffee like in the Netherlands isn't really a thing. We all have coffee machines at home. Like that's a very American thing, getting coffee outside.
What about, what is it, tea houses then? There must be some morning ritual at all in the Netherlands, or no?
At home, there is. You drink your coffee at home in solitude and maybe with family if you have one.
Oh, man, you guys are so stoic all the time. That's so there's you just go straight to work.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That is. Have you been to the United States?
Not yet. Planning.
We got to get you to come to the United States, and you got to come to Vegas. Simply because I think that's the most. No, and we're not going to do the Vegas thing. I think it is outside of the Strip, although certainly we can go to the Strip. I believe it's the most American city ever. I maybe New York would be considered more American, but I would say Vegas defines America. And if you have to have one city to visit, I would say it has to be Vegas. But I'm going to get you in on that culture for waking up that early, because we will go. It's almost well, Rob, do you? I mean, you're old as shit. I mean, don't you go to get coffee with your fellow octogenarians?
Centenarians. I go for the real decrepit. We have walkers and wheelchairs. So,
yeah, but don't you get your coffee with the guys, or are you just off to your job and you don't even?
Well, honestly, I mean, do you want the fun story for the chat, or do you want the truth? Which one? I
want the truth. That usually
I get up and I fucking get dressed and I go to work.
Okay,
that's what I do. Just like Jack, I'm not a morning person. And so when I get up for work, it's dark, it's miserable, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. And so I just get dressed, I go to work. And then after that, instead of having coffee in the morning with the octogenarians, I go and have alcohol with the millennials. That's what I do.
I am shocked, because you guys are doing all the hard work of old manhood. Jack, because he's waking up at a crack of a fart in the morning. You, because you're old as fuck. But you guys are doing all the hard stuff, but not availing yourself of this whole world. Well, Jack can't, because they're Netherlands and people aren't having fun in the morning there, I guess. But yeah, there's this whole culture, man, of old, rich, retired guys. And they're all there with their coffee, and they all got their Vietnam vet hats, and they're all talking about the problems like, whoa, what do I do with my 2 million cash position? What do I do? I got it.
If you're that old, would you still be into hookers and blow?
When will you not be into hookers and blow?
I mean, when your dick stops working, it's kind of like,
dude, the day that happens, seriously, you might as well just end it and be done.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
I think they're so old and beleaguered and beaten up through 1, 2, 3 marriages. Lord knows how many kids. Lord knows how many sets of kids from different.
But how much of that is self-afflicted?
Oh, everything is self-inflicted. Everything. All right. So I'm not saying they don't deserve anything like that, but I've seen them, and you kind of look in their eyes. You know what? They're just happy to have their coffee, be out of the house. I don't know if they're married or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but then they go golf. And I think it's almost the Japanese version of bonsai tree maintenance, where they're just meditating and they want peace and calm. And I think they could have millions of dollars. Going and get a prostitute would almost be too much excitement. Even though they have the money and maybe they're not married, I think they'd be just kind of like, no, that would get my heart rate up. And I like just making a 30-yard putt and having a cigar. I think they're not going to do that. So. DT's in the house.
Old Saint Snake.
Yeah.
A very Cappy Christmas. No chicks allowed. Hang your hat on being here right now. God damn it.
And why is it 57 fucking degrees in Rapid City?
55 now.
55. It's only 55, huh?
Tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. What is it now?
It's in the 40s today.
You asshole. Oh, God. Man, we got a snowstorm, like I think a foot of snow in some areas. All the roads are clogged up. Only reason I'm talking to you assholes is because I have to wait for the snow to melt so the roads are good enough I could drive into Wisconsin. So that's the only reason we have a very Merry Christmas.
We know you don't have any friends, Aaron.
I don't have any friends. None. You know, it's sad when your mom has to pay your dad has to pay your mom for each other to hang out with you. You know, it's pretty bad. It's kind of a Rodney Dangerfield joke, isn't it? My parents hated me so much. Hey, they hated me so much they paid each other to hang out with me. Oh,
that's right. This podcast has been endorsed and paid for by bribery by Aaron Clary. Welcome to the show.
Enjoy the decline, people.
So it is going to get up to 57 degrees tomorrow, huh?
55.
55.
I just love 55 on Christmas, motherfuckers.
DT sings his greatest hits. Hey, fuck you. I'm not in Minnesota. Eat my dick, you Scandinavian assholes. You know.
DT's in a good mood. Everybody sing along.
So if you can't do it with song, then what's the point, right? I mean Cappy, you are a master at it. I mean, what you sang some kind of what was it? I don't tune in often.
Retards.
Yeah, the retard one.
Retards.
Yeah. And the old time hit, pooping in the streets.
Defecating Chicago, pooping in the streets, and that runny diarrhea, pooping in the streets. No, I got okay. All right, we won't.
No, that's some of your best stuff. What you did a country version of something on what I said was your best podcast the other day.
On your podcast?
No, on your podcast. I hardly ever tune in, but I sent you a text and I said your listener was right when he said this is one of your best ever, where you're talking about getting out of the online dating and how it's just not worth your time and how much more shit you could get done. And you sang some country western song during that
Oh,
one.
I'll have to go
this
back.
guy just comes up with shit.
You know what helps? Do you know how I can do it timing wise?
No idea what.
All my ballroom dancing. I know how many beats I got left, and the trick is to hit the last word to be easily rhymable. So E's and O's, nothing too syllabic. But
they teach the guys on whose line is it anyway? They're always doing songs, and you're not to that level yet, obviously. No. But you're pretty good at coming up with shit right on the spot. So
right. Well, I'll have to look at it. That wasn't a podcast. That was guys. So I got the book done, and now I can actually start doing originals now, not just asshole consulting. So I had 2 originals I wanted to do that obviously played very well to the book, but that was one where I read this article where it's like, yeah, men are spending 85 minutes a day on online dating apps. It's like, that is a horrific pissing away of money and time. So I'm glad somebody and you as well thought that was some of my best work. That's good to know.
Yeah, I mean, I give you kudos when you deserve it, I guess.
Thank you.
I don't.
Well, it is a Christmas miracle after all.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. What does Atham and Christmas in Rapid City both have in common?
They both didn't graduate college.
No, they're both brown.
Oh.
See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
I said that one to Atham because I said, hey, what do you and a Minnesota Christmas in 2020 have in common? Because we weren't supposed to get no. So he's like, I don't know why. I said, you're both brown. And he found it funny. You know why? Because he's not a pussy. He's not a fragile snowflake millennial. He might even be on. So.
I don't have my that's racist sounder, unfortunately.
That's all right. I guess we got a couple super chats I should stay on top of so we don't fall behind. Swallow Blue for $2. Good morning, gents.
Good morning.
Good morning, Swallow. Noah Acosta, $2. Seeing people in 30-minute line Starbucks equals me smiling. That's in the morning queue where people line up. God, I gotta wonder about the Netherlands now. Rob, you got people lining up at like Cane's Chicken or the fast food restaurants like around 6-7 o'clock at night, right?
Only the ones that are. That's what's kind of funny. It's all the big box chain stuff that we're still seeing some really weird shit where like they've chosen not to open up their dining areas. You can't walk in. It is all drive up. And so like McDonald's as an example or Burger King or one of them outfits. And so everybody, the people that are frequenting them, they're all, piled up in their cars lining up to get their shit sandwich. But the other more regular restaurants and whatnot, they're kind of like they're not fully open. You still got the social distancing and tables that you can't sit at, and everyone's got to wear a face diaper. But otherwise, it's kind of normal. So
they shut down everything here more or less, and it's just been fascinating to me. I'll go run errands, because you got to go run errands, groceries, even hanging out with Lucifer and Geronimo. I always come back down the same main artery drag that goes through a commercial area, and there's Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's and McDonald's and all the other ones, and there's lines going. Forget their driveway; it goes out to the road.
Yeah,
Taco Bell even. It's like it goes down the whole block.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Because everything is locked down right now. We have the drive-thrus with KFC and McDonald's and things like that. Yeah, it's long. It's like, really?
You poor bastards. You poor bastards. I got Kristi Noem here, man. Hottest governor in America. And she has the biggest dick too.
Yeah.
That doesn't put up with any shit.
She's telling everyone else fuck off, huh? Nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing different here, really. A lot of people wear masks, but hey, question for you though. Do you think, just based on my experience going out to eat here the other night, and I sent you the text, Cappy, about the loud, obnoxious, divorced single mom, maid of honor, Do you think wearing a face diaper minimizes that occurrence, that happening? If she had been wearing a mask, would she have been as loud and obnoxious?
Well, by the laws of physics, she would not have been as loud because there would be a piece of cloth. Now, I don't know if that would dampen her enough. Maybe
silver lining, maybe.
Boy, that's a stretch. You're going for a dental floss thin silver lining there, because she's still going to be loud and bombastic. I don't know if she had a mask on or not would lessen your pain that you suffered.
I'm just in a good mood. I'm looking for the silver linings. Maybe the mask mandates for fat, loud, obnoxious chicks at restaurants is a good thing.
Burlap stop stuffing their face.
Yeah. Right.
Would you like the silver lining for that, DT?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. In the instance of this one, this was now other people have said this. I guarantee you, our parents said it to us. We didn't listen because our parents lied to us about it, or we're at least wrong about 95% of the stuff. And then the one gem they told us that was right, we weren't paying attention to any. It's like school. Like fuck this shit. Rich Cooper said it. What's his name? Chad Elkins repeats it, and I love it. Would you trade places with them?
Right.
Would you trade places with that loud, obnoxious single mom?
Well, of course not. But
right.
But what do you mean? That's got nothing to do with masks. How is this?
Oh, I thought you wanted just a silver lining on the fat loud chick. I said, well, she's a fat loud chick, not her.
No, on the masks. You guys are on topic on the masks and the lines, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not.
We moved on. We got the ADHDs going on over here. We already moved on.
Here's the silver lining to it, DT. Okay, here's the silver for you, not for us.
For masks.
For masks.
Okay.
The fact you live in a free state, one of the few free states that does not have that, and there are a ton of leftist and some Republican governors putting a crackdown on all that. Everyone is now going to, not everyone, but way more money will be flooding the housing market of South Dakota, be it Sioux Falls, Rapid City. And that is only going to shore up your property values. It's the same thing with Vegas. Vegas, they keep building and building like, dude, there might be another bubble, da-da-da. And I'm looking at it and I look at price to rents and I say, yeah, but you know what is going to probably keep at least a floor of it? Like you're not going to lose your ass in it. Californians. Because the best thing for the Las Vegas housing market is Governor Newsom. That's the best thing for the Nevada economy is Governor Newsom. And he's just capital flight. So there's a positive of these masks. It's driving people, productive people, to freer states.
We went to a bar and we were talking to the waitress and she said, I mean, South Dakota has had its best year ever for tourism, I guess.
Oh, good.
But what she was saying is that you'd get people coming in complaining about, one, they didn't have quite the help this year that they normally have because of all the lockdowns and the lack of travel and all that. They usually get a lot of students coming in to help with the summer rush here in the Black Hills area. And so the service wasn't as high as it should be. But then you'd get people coming in. They're coming to South Dakota because we're open. And they would complain about, well, they're not wearing masks. Oh, this isn't 6 feet apart. These tables aren't 6 feet apart. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, if I was in a situation like that, I would look at them and say, get the fuck out of my state. You came here because we're open. And then you're going to complain that your table with a restaurant that's open is closer than 6 feet to somebody else. Fuck off. Get out of my goddamn state.
And I would say you'd even have the right to do that morally. Like if I heard someone say, I'd get right up in their face. I said, well, get the fuck out of this state, you dumbass, because that needs to be checked. Not because we're going to prevent Californians from moving in or leftists from Denver from moving in, but when they're that dumb and they're starting to lecture you, unless it's like, that's why we're here. So we don't have to listen to asshole tyrants like you. Now get the fuck out.
Right.
Otherwise, shut the fuck up about the mask. We don't have that here.
Be thankful you can be here. I mean, it's just I never witnessed it, but apparently there was a lot going on because they were overworked. All the wait staff and all the help were overworked. They were doing the best they could, and then they had to deal with that shit.
Right. Well, I'm sure out of there's maybe 1 million people in South Dakota, or is it 500,000?
I think it's only like 500 to 700,000.
Yeah, it's not that many, but that's still a lot of people. And I'm sure there are stories, because there's idiots everywhere.
Yep.
I'm sure that story got out and maybe it was only 3 people. So, I mean, I don't, that's one reason I don't try to get too pissed off about the news, because anything stupid that happens, if it's significantly stupid enough, it'll make the news. And like this shit had probably been going on beforehand. But it's just now it's brought to our attention immediately. And so I kind of like, I'm not, I'm going to die in 25 years. I'm not going to get pissed off about stuff.
Isn't it the same in Texas where they're afraid that all the Californians moving there are now voting in the stupid shit they voted into California?
Yep. Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. Oh, God. When will they learn? There is no magic soil.
You know what I'm not envious of you, Jack? Your youth, because you're going to live and get to see through all this shit, man. Me and DT and Rurb are all going to be long dead.
Yes, and then I'll be sitting here like carrying the torch, screaming on the net, screaming online, back in my day.
It'll be a virtual net at that point.
Yeah.
It'll be him and Juan, the Aztec patriarch. You know, they'll all be old. And then they'll be like, I'm going to get my coffee like they did in America. Oh, we can't. We got to have our mask. I don't know why you guys all of a sudden have Southern accents, but you now do. Oh, I got to get my coffee. No, we got to order it from the government coffee store.
And pick up their cheese while they're at it, too.
Atham will be sitting there with his like, hey, hombre, man, don't worry. Man.
Hey, man. Hey, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, I got a question for you guys. This may not really apply to Jack, but more to DT and Aaron. Do you have parts of your city, state, whatever, businesses that have signs that talk about national coin shortage?
Every once in a while, yeah. Like
you'll run into
gas
one
stations.
Or two.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, now here's the fun thing, guys. When that first started, I used to work in the armored car industry. I was the guy in the truck that would deliver money to banks. And I still stay in touch with a lot of those guys just because I liked them. So when that whole thing first started, and even now, I just talked to one of the guys the other day because I walked in somewhere and saw that they still had a sign that talked about exact change only due to national coin shortage. Called up my guys that are still in the biz, and I was like, is there a coin shortage? You got a problem picking up coin from the Fed? And they all started laughing. There is no national coin shortage, guys.
Right.
Just like, money printer goes brrr. Same thing with making coin. It's the same thing. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. There is no national coin shortage. It's bullshit.
Well, why are they putting those signs up? What's their aim or what's the angle? Or are they just fear and panicked?
I think it's mostly fear and panic. I think it's a lot of just the lemmings jumping off the cliff because they're following the lemming before them. I also think I guess I'm going to get a little conspiratorial here. I think part of it is the move towards electronic currency. That it's, well, if we pull some bullshit like this, then everybody has to pay with debit card, credit card, whatever. And we can ultimately do away with that. And here's another one that I did know that happened. My dad told me about it. My 70-year-old crotchety boomer dad that is drinking coffee at 4 a.m.
God, your dad. You're already a pissed off crotchety guy. I can't imagine your old man. Like,
yeah.
You guys, this is going to be a stretch. Maybe only Jack is going to remember it. Jack, do you remember DuckTales?
Of course.
Okay. Who was the dumb pilot?
Launchpad.
Yeah.
Launchpad. Okay. Do you remember the episode where his dad came in and he was just more of a launchpad? He was like just even bulkier and dumber. And
I don't remember that.
I'm picturing that like Rob. Rob's dad's like, like Rob turned up to 15.
Him. That's totally him.
Oh, we got to have him on the show. That'd be great to see you two.
Dude, you know what? He would be like, you want me on a television show? What the fuck are you talking about? He has no concept of YouTube. When I tell him I do podcasts and all that, he's like, the fuck is a podcast? And I'm like, it's like radio, only it's on the internet, Dad, or it's like TV, but on the internet. And he's like, you're on television on the internet? And the only way I can just is, yes, Dad. I'm like an anchorman.
Tell him, tell him it's like local access television, like anyone can do it, and it's not. I think that it's Wayne's World.
That might actually, that might.
You know who could do local access television though? Nazis. Remember back in the day, there would be the Nazi guy that would be all dressed up. Did you ever have local access?
No, was this like in the 70s back in Chicago? Or something?
No, this is when I was in college.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait,
this was late
in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, that was sort of a common thing would be Nazis would do like a Nazi program and they'd have the, dun 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 music going.
Oh, the Wagner wig.
And they'd have the flags. They'd be dressed up in their little brown shirt uniform and have an eagle. It's just like in Blues Brothers. You know how that guy looked? Some pot-bellied guy that's a Nazi, and that's his outlet. And that happened all the time.
You guys still have literal Nazis? What? I thought
you probably do too, but they're
they're a little more in the closet over there.
Well, they didn't used to be. Yeah, my point is that Nazis have been banned everywhere on the internet, right? But back in the day, local access TV, you could watch your Nazi show.
Good morning with Adolf.
Crazy.
Oh, but before we move on real quick, getting back to the whole coin shortage thing, my angry grandpa dad, boomer dad, he told me something that happened to him. He'd gone to Smith's, one of the grocery stores here, and he paid for something with cash because that's what he likes to do. And he's old. Well, of course, they tell him due to national coin shortage, they didn't give him his change. What they did do is they put it on his Smith's card. Okay. So he got his change, but it's on his Smith's card, which is only good where?
Smith's.
Right. Because he told me, he was madder than a fucking wet hen when he told me about that one.
So I got a question, Rob. For 53 cents, they totally screwed him out of. How pissed off and for how long did that 58 cents cost? I got to know.
2 hours, 43 minutes. That's exactly how long I got to hear about it. Was for 2 hours and 43 minutes over. And it was seriously, you're not far off with 53 cents, but you're actually a little high. It was more like, I think it was 38 cents is what it was. But I was just like, the only part that irritated me about it, besides him wasting 2 hours and 43 minutes of my time, was the fact that I'm like, in order to get your change, you have to do it at Smith's now. You have to use your Smith's card, buy something, buy gas, buy whatever, but they're forcing you to go there in order to get your change. You say
there aren't Nazis in America.
Oh yeah. But that's not coming, guys. That's already here. So that's where I was like, I'm not shopping there. Fuck them.
A 2 hour, 43-minute rant about change. That would make a good podcast.
That's why we need him on the show.
Why do you think we're talking right now? This is the 2 hour and 43-minute rant about 33 cents.
Right. That's a podcast.
You've got red morning, red evening, and then we'll just do red afternoon with Clary and Rob's dad.
Yeah.
It's like, instead of, well, let me tell you something, Jack, it's going to be, well, let me tell you something, Aaron.
Andrew for $2. Now that DT is here, how do I get the girls?
Very complicated.
Am I supposed to answer that? No.
It's a joke. Almin for $2. I'm just trying to keep up on the super chats because we're not going to go forever here today. $2. Where's the global warming? Checkmate, liberals. Well, there's global warming over at Rapid City, obviously.
Yeah, in Black Hills. Yeah, apparently. It's the whole globe. It's the whole globe. It's evidence of the whole entire globe warming. Some little micro event in the Black Hills area. Yep.
I've tried many times to explain the Chinook effect or the mountain effect of the Black Hills, and people are like, isn't it just as cold out there? I'm like, no, it's actually 15 degrees warmer on average. But you won't listen. Phil Henry for $2. Sell your possessions, give to the poor. Merry Christmas. Yeah, you first, Phil. You first.
Man, I've been watching Christmas movies, with my kids. And Mrs. DT. And those of course, but like the ones that are a little bit more sappy, and I'm like Scrooged. The end of Scrooge. The end of Scrooge is great. It makes you believe for like maybe a minute that humanity has a chance. You know what I mean? But I'm having trouble with the misanthropic DT. You watch these Christmas movies, and I like to feel like humans are worth it, but I know deep down they're not. And I'm like, I'm not giving to the poor. Bill Murray, no, I'm not going to go take a blanket or a sandwich and say, here. No, I'm not going to do that. Hey, so it's a balance. It's a fine line.
Anytime, like if I know it sounds horrible, but it's rare, but when someone like, well, don't you give to poverty? I'm like, well, when you solve one of those when you solve poverty, let me know. When you solve childhood, for God's sake, ever since I was a little kid, end childhood hunger. And it's like, when do you end it? And when you solve, if you solve one small social problem. Let's say littering. When you solve that, then I'll think, okay, maybe we could try and solve poverty.
Start small.
Right. But in the meantime, you guys are the biggest snake oil salesmen. These self-declared do-gooder girls from the suburbs. I'm going to help the black people in the like, you're not. No, you're not. You're just a lazy quantaha who wants a free government job, and then you want to have the goody feelsy twosies in your stomach.
You cunt.
So I don't give to charity. It's like we haven't solved one problem yet. Why would I waste my money? I mean, it literally is the economic argument. Like you, with trillions, tens of trillions of dollars over decades, you have not done anything.
I love it. I love it.
Right? Why would I?
You're the epitome of Grinch.
Well, and I get a kick. I think I even wrote an article about this. Like Bill Gates is, if you compare his money that he's leaving to help African aid or whatever, and you do pie chart or just the bar chart compared to the trillions, it's nothing. Like, dude, your little fart in the wind there, Bill, ain't going to solve poverty. You know, there's your 40 billion against 40 trillion. Well, you know, let me know.
Poverty can be solved in Europe for 400 euros per man.
Right.
It's that easy.
Gerard Scott, speaking of Euro, although they exited, 5 British pounds. The Book of Numbers is an excellent read. We're really lucky having Rollo and Cappy's work. It'll save us decades of mistakes. Merry Christmas, guys. Thank you, Gerard. And as long as you didn't mention this Hanyakers, I'm glad it's me and Rollo and not this guy. I'm glad you didn't mention that guy. that guy.
That book was pretty. That book was pretty good. I like
it. Was good. It was,
yeah.
But I can't tell Rich that.
No, shh, don't say that.
I'm reading
Nobody likes
Machiavelli right now.
Well, yours is next on deck for this weekend. So.
Thank you. Hey, I want to welcome James here because he hasn't had anything to say, and his voice is better than all of ours.
That's true.
Indeed. I mean, if you want, I could just read all the chats, so I can start off.
Yes. Do bull rush. Here's this idiot we know, right? James, everyone knows bull rush.
Bull rush for
James, read the short kids' butts comment here.
There's got to be that number has to be a reference to something. At Rob says is the only one allowed to move to my state.
Okay, so no one else.
Because I'm not bringing communist ideals with me when I go.
All right.
Simon Laplace for 25. What the fuck? 25 something.
Exactly.
Hot Koreans. 25 hot Koreans. Preferably the North Korean females because they're very thin.
I see. No, that's a good point because they're all starving over there, which is what they should be doing over here.
Water and cracker. There you go. That's
exactly. The new diet. It seems leftism is like a virus. Infect a state, then reproduce. And when the state dies, explode and infect other states. It's literally the same process.
Yes.
I mean, it's imperialism. It's imperialism from the nation of California.
You give it too much credit. Imperialism would indicate some kind of conscious sentient thought or planning goes in. It's just lazy parasitic fucks who don't want to work. That's it. Oh, the traffic's bad. Well, why'd you vote to give poor people more money to breed more poor people instead of roads? Hey, look, let's go to Idaho. That's every Californian ever.
James, are you finally growing out the beard?
I haven't shaved for like 2 or 3 days, so I
would continue to not shave.
In
fact, we need to have you grow out of Van Dyke, like this devilly kind of.
Vince likes his men hairy.
I think that's
who doesn't
from this.
Hey, look, this is a wannabe TJ Martinell who's a wannabe Humphrey Bogart.
Dreiser rules for $5 says for Cappy. Should your GF leave or God forbid die, would you seek another? I'm betting not. We know.
No, it would have to be served on a silver. Like it would have to be just like walked into and
literally fell in your lap.
Literally fell in. Literally Hitler fell in my lap. I would just
wow. Oh, your prayers are answered, huh?
Wow, you date Hitler?
No. No, there would be no effort. I would probably go rent the occasion. I'd probably have like a seeking arrangement, like a girl in a different town or something like that. But I would not go
successful author.
I after going through 900 dating profiles, like, no, you're all fucking nuts. And then maybe if I went to the grocery store, sure, if there was someone, but no, I would not enter the fray ever again.
A 6'2" redhead European woman who does not speak English, so you can't understand her complain. Walks into your house, just starts cleaning things.
She'd be allowed to clean other things as well, but then she would leave. There's just never.
Now get out of my house!
Get out of my house!
Hey, Tori, but fucking anime profiles.
I know these German people with their names.
Itokiri Batusai. I have no fucking idea. For $2 says shekels for Shlomo.
Thank you. Oh, and by the way, as a Christmas gift for all you guys taking your time to do this, I'm keeping all the super chats.
Yeah, that's okay.
What a generous and
good
charitable guy.
We figured as much, you fucking dick.
Doug Grover.
I'll buy you guys dinner.
All right, cool. Hold my breath.
Oh, goody, Taco Bell.
Thanks,
We're not even getting Taco Bell.
Spirit Airline gifts.
You guys,
pretty much.
Do you guys know the place called Aldi's? Have you guys got Aldi's?
Yeah,
yes.
That's where you're going to get your dinner. That's where you guys.
That's pretty good quality.
Yeah, because you're poor and you're from Europe. You have no idea.
You could buy our groceries for the week, you fucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
isn't it cute how Jack thinks Aldi's is nice? Those Europeans are so like
pretty good here. You should go to the Lidl in the Netherlands. It's good quality for the price.
I've seen European grocery stores, and they're the size of my dick on a bad day. To hell with it. There's no. I don't even know what they call it.
It's not that big. You wish.
Magnifying glasses all around.
Go ahead, James. Go ahead.
I think that was the point of it. Is that they're like gas station convenience stores. Doug Grover for $5 says, thanks to Corona Chan, there's no place to go. So call that hoe, call that hoe, call that hoe. What are some of everyone's favorite Christmas movies?
Christmas
Die Hard.
Carol. Christmas.
I just got to ask, is this your real voice, Darth Vader's brother? I mean,
yes,
yes, it is.
It's like Gilbert Gottfried, where Gilbert Gottfried's like, ah! And then you hear him normally, and he's not that. I mean, really, you're Darth Vader's brother?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. It's almost that was almost Die Hard quality ho 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 there, I think. Ho 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 ho, right?
I've been trying my best.
You should do the Darth Vader phrases. Apology accepted.
Holy cow, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
God
Jack,
damn.
you've never seen that much money in your life because you're in Europe. This is like the Marshall Plan for you. You're like $50. They printed off that much.
Money not being bought for me. Fred Friedman Sawells for $50 says, this is from my mom. She wishes the captain and his crew a Merry Christmas. She was also a computer programmer and forced me to read the pages on the BLS.gov website before choosing my college major. So from well-off programmer, mother to Cap et al.
Well, that's a wonderful mother he's got there, and she's one of the. Now, depends on how old Fred is, but I'm wondering back in the day, she was like maybe a programmer in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah,
I mean, she was back, Fortran COBOL era. I bet you she's got some interesting. She probably saw that take off, like ground floor kind of industry. That's kind of neat.
She's got, man. So he's got to be like in his 30s or 40s.
It could be in his 20s if she was working in the 70s, I guess.
No,
yeah, you're right.
No mother, but no one who's a mother to people my age at this point is anywhere close to that good.
Okay.
Not even
well, the only question really, Fred, is your mom hot? That's the only question we really have right there.
Exactly.
That's the only one.
Cappy's in the market.
James G for $2 says, thoughts on living in Wyoming. That's Wyoming, right? I didn't get
that's
that wrong.
Wyoming.
You got that correct.
Thank God. Appears A+ in all areas.
I'd like to take a shot at that if I can.
Please do, Rob. I'm curious about your opinion.
Okay. Well, considering A, I'm from Wyoming, and B, I live next door to Wyoming, and C, I travel through Wyoming, whether for recreational or for business purposes. I actually answered James in the chat, but I'll say it here for everybody. Wyoming is absolutely fucking fantastic if you want to live there, you don't want to date, you don't want to have sex, and you don't want to see women. Because what they have for women in Wyoming, I'm using that term very loosely. You think it's bad in like the armpit of the United States, Jersey. It's bad in Wyoming. Bitch. Okay. Wyoming, it's seriously, the guys outnumber the women. The only place that I think that is worse when it comes to the ratio is Alaska. I think Alaska has more men versus women than Wyoming, but that's it. And the women in Wyoming, Aaron, you can attest to this because I know you wrote about this.
I lived there.
Yes. You've been there. When I read your shit about your time in Wyoming, I'm like, oh yeah, Aaron's been to Wyoming. So yes, if you want to work on an oil rig out in a desert with some sagebrush and a bunch of rednecks
and rattlesnakes,
thank you, and maybe the occasional mountain lion because there's one or two of them out there too. If that's what you want to do and be away from fuck all and everybody, then Wyoming is the place. Now, there is wind in Wyoming because Utah blows and South Dakota sucks.
You could choose Nebraska.
Either way. Yeah, it's all
it's humor for Wyoming, yes.
Yes, because they have instead of a wind sock, they have a wind chain with a ball on the end of it that's like a 30-pound ball. And when that ball gets, 90 degrees perpendicular, that's when they start getting serious about their wind. And it doesn't matter what part of Wyoming you're in. It blows all the time, every day, without end. And there's nothing to do, nothing to see, unless you're maybe in the western, kind of northwestern-ish part of Wyoming where Afton and Land.
He only gave us $2, Rob. We don't have to give him an entire. We can say you're a fucking fool for Wyoming.
I'm giving him his
now, if you come in on Highway 80, I kind of like it. Right?
You're talking about
very
Highway
brief,
80.
very brief. Yeah,
I'm being brief here.
Please stop fighting.
All right. I will echo.
Shut up and go back to your room.
I will echo Rob's sentiments. And hey, Atham, I saw you were there. Come back on. We'll kick Jack. We'll kick you off because you're on first. Because we might want to. Maybe I get Atham.
Fine. Then I'm gonna head out, guys. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, see you later, Jack.
Merry Christmas.
And just remember, Santa Claus is not coming, Jack.
I'll tell TJ. I'll tell TJ.
See you, Jack. To echo, Wyoming is it's mining, it's hunting. And it's a great place for what I would say if you want to retire and be a hermit.
Yes,
it's great. I mean, it's very free. If you don't want to see people for weeks or months on end, go to Wyoming. You want to pay no income taxes, you want to have your guns, go to Wyoming. But there is no culture there. Nope. The women are hideous. They are ugly. And you think, oh, it's conservative. It's only conservative because they like their guns. Yep. You will see more people on welfare and trailer parks and single moms. The Natrona County High School, which is Casper's high school, where I worked, not that the high school in the town. Now, I don't know if this is true, but they said like half the girls were pregnant by the time they graduate. I mean, this is a trail. It's a big ass trailer park. It's America's trailer park.
Yes.
And so there you
go. That's a good summation.
That's a good summation.
America's trailer park.
Yeah.
No. I wouldn't live there. I was from there. I don't live there. There's a reason.
Yeah.
So
okay, good.
I've heard this rant before, and I thought it was on I got it mixed up with Wisconsin for some reason. But Wyoming is the trailer park central.
Right. Wisconsin has its dang digglies, but Wyoming by far is reprobate.
But the people are good there, right? I mean,
no, they're not. No, they're not.
People are good.
I got
if
a flat
like
tire in the middle of nowhere. I got a flat tire and got it fixed the next day. I mean, they made time in their schedule to get the flat tire fixed, and I
can get that in Utah. They'll do that here.
Right.
So just saying, there's not a lot of redeeming qualities to Wyoming, in my opinion.
All right, James, get the next one.
Robert Flores for $10 says, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy holidays, Aaron. I raise my rum and Coke to you.
Thank you. I'm surprised you have rum because I should have drank it all.
Indeed.
What else is new?
John G, what is that? Is that Steele's middle initial for $2? Says, happy Hanukkah, Shlomi.
Thank you. My Jewish quarter within me is this thing.
I like how something that was just completely random and inconsequential in the moment became a almost viral event as far as like you napping and fapping. It's like a thing now. Yeah.
Like napping and fapping.
We don't even know in the chat talking about 4-hour naps and faps.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Naps and faps. That'll be my book. Forget all the books that might have like cured poverty, saved us from an education crisis.
No one gives a shit about that.
They
want to know about napping
naps and faps. The story of Aaron Clary.
And your gay hand.
And the gay hand.
That was completely random. You had wandered up one afternoon.
I'm aware of the story, Dad. Yeah, you've told it a million times before.
Well, a lot of people haven't heard it. So guess what?
Let's tell it for the 48th time.
I think it's the 49th. 49th. Get it right. You're not good at math, are you? So
okay,
you wandered up.
Simpson.
That's right. You wandered up. You pour coffee and rum in your mug.
Yes.
You
Don't
bring up
forget
your mug.
He called us a couple of homos too. While
he's like, what's up? What's up, homos? So he does his morning coffee and rum routine, and then wanders over
2 fingers of rum.
2 fingers of rum. Wanders over to the sliding glass door out to the deck, looking out onto the Atlantic Ocean. Very contemplative, very, 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 very wise look on his face. And the whole time that he's doing this, he has his hand on his hip, but not in the normal way, not in the normal mask.
That's where the
side
cancer was, but that's it.
No, it has nothing to do
never
with
mind that whole. Oh, you might have had a tumor.
No, don't
confuse the story with that. There's no context or background here.
Had nothing to do with that.
The guy was limping. I lost my foot in a car accident. That's not part of the.
Hang on, you were switching fucking hands. Left and right on your hip.
It was my right. It was my right.
I'm making sure you know what you're doing, which usually you don't. So you have on your hip your hand, but it's the back of the wrist. So it looks. Right. I'm like, Aaron, what's with the gay hand? And you're like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, look at there you go.
There it is.
The gay hand in effect.
Do you know how I know how to do that?
I don't know,
because that's where it felt like there was a cancerous tumor. That's
no. Don't fall back on that.
Would you like to see the $6,000 in health expenses I incurred?
Are you playing the victim, Mr. Clary?
Yes.
We're gonna have to start talking about him wanting to take on Poseidon here next.
Listen,
Rob and I look at each other.
One
you gonna save him? No. You gonna save him? No. Let him go. We let you swim out to God knows where you were.
Thankfully I was not a victim of cancer. It was a spot in my liver that actually ended up going away. It was just stress, but I was a victim of all you assholes having hang out with you.
Well, you loved it because you
got cancer. Cough it up, you pussy.
Hey, now hang on, hanging out with us. You're being very loose about it because most of the time you spend it in your little
napping and fapping, right?
Exactly.
And you're talking to your wife. Hang on, guys. I gotta go.
I love you, Smoochies.
Hey, do you know what this is like? You guys ever watch the Fast and Furious movies where it's the same shit over and over and over again, but you guys apparently are not going to stop telling this story? But, Captain Faps 10, the gay hand. I wonder if the gay hand will be mentioned. Oh, I wonder if they'll mention that he called his wife. Oh.
We're trying to make sure that everyone that follows you is aware of this.
That I thought I had cancer, and how dare I put my hand in a comfortable position.
No. It had nothing to do with that, Aaron, and you know it.
Crocodile tears.
Yeah, just like whatever.
James, go to the next one. Hang on. I got that. Look at that. See, I muted those idiots. See there. All right, go ahead, James.
Be strong for $2 says condoms and birth control can solve poverty.
Yes, they can.
So can gay tumors.
It's not far off.
Exactly.
How can a tumor have a sexual affiliation?
I don't know. I'm just combining the story because I don't care. So it's going to be gay tumors from now on.
That'll be the next.
You remember that time when you had the gay tumor?
The gay tumor, right? Yes, as opposed to the straight or pansexual tumor.
Yeah. Well, let me clue you in. It hasn't gone away, Mr. Aaron Gayhan Clary.
You know what? I'm going to bring in this guy. Because he's nicer than all of them. Hey, what's up, Atham?
Hey, Atham, look that up.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How the hell are you?
Merry Christmas, Aaron.
Cigar, not a pipe. What?
Oh.
There you go.
Well, you look very comfy as always there, Atham.
Of course.
Good. So, all right, Jake.
Speaking of poverty being solved by birth control, I'm getting a vasectomy in February.
Awesome. Do you need like a fundraiser for us, or is it paid for, or what?
Nah, I got it.
You got it? Well, people would donate to that. Like if they're going to donate to my septic tank fund, they'll pay to have your nuts snit. I mean, it would be.
Wait a minute, you have a septic tank fund?
Yeah. You would, if you watched my show, you'd know that.
Yeah.
But you're too busy with your massive online media empire with the massive. When do you sell that for $4.8 billion to CNN? When does Time Warner Cable pick that up?
If we're going with the deep lore, I mean, shit, people funded Ann Sturzinger's tits. I'm sure that we could get like your vasectomy taken care of.
Yeah. Hang on. I'm going to put that down on the to-do list. Athens vasectomy.
Yeah, instead of a Valentine's Day gift to your significant other, get Athens snipped.
Okay, hang on. If you guys want, for all super chats, let's just show you how charitable and fucking kind I am. If you want to donate to Athens Vasectomy Fund, just put AV, Athens Vasectomy, in front of that. That's all we know. And you could put whatever else you want, but you just put AV, go to earmark that towards Athens.
February V Day is not Valentine's Day. It's Vasectomy Day, right? V Day in February.
It's on February 10, actually. So
is it really?
It's very close.
So you'll be ready to go back in action on Valentine's Day. It takes about 3 days to heal up.
That sounds a little bit ambitious, but I'll take it.
Well, it only was 3 days for me. You just lie there, you got the bag of peas on your balls, and that's about it. And then
don't you have to check afterwards if it worked?
Yeah, so mainly just resort to blowjobs and stuff like that. There still could be some left within the cannon, the chamber, or the rifling. I forgot what the medical term was. So yeah, they want you to clean that out. So don't have regular sex, only anal or facial or whatever.
Right.
And then they test you, and then you're free to be.
Excellent.
Yep.
There you go, Scott Lugka. For $1.99, you cheap bastard. The only good charity is Aaron Clary Septic Tank.
This is Blood Shekels Volume 2. I love it.
Hang on, I lost all the. Damn it, guys! There's a lot. We got a lot of super chats. If I missed them, we'll do a Miss Super Chats hour. All right, go on. Let's bang these out, James, so we don't fall behind anymore.
Sure thing. Caleb Cullen for $10 says, please have this the down payment on the couch. We will have couch. JK, Merry Christmas, Clary and Guess.
Thank you, Caleb.
Merry Christmas to you.
He's a great artist, by the way.
He is a great artist.
I don't know how long ago he was doing this comic book, but it was when I was on social media. I remember him posting a lot of this stuff, so I don't know how he's doing there with that comic book, but he's a good artist.
He's a comic artist?
Yeah, that's the avatar right there. That's his comic book, I think.
Shit, after I finish up, or maybe while I'm doing the Eyes of the Forest line, I'll have him work on second comic line I've been looking at.
Okay. All right, Caleb can thank me later, I guess.
Exactly. He's going to go behind the scenes. Here's my 10% down payment on the recommendation. My recommendation fee. Thomas Landrum for $5 says, we need more diversity on the panel. Good morning, gentlemen. I see the whole crew is there.
God, we do need a black guy, don't we? Because we only got Atham.
Where's Steven's story when we need him?
Vince is our homosexual representative. We got
pretty diverse panel. I'm a Zoomer with a bunch of
we got the young person there.
Bastards. Older gentlemen.
Rob is old. We got it. Maybe we should have Josh on. Josh, you don't have to do anything. You just have to be the token black guy, and just like hang out and say, "Hey, what's up?" And
just gotta be there.
Just be there. Give us references. Yeah. What would be great? Tom has the exact same voice as James, and he just has this amazing, but with a British accent on top of it. All right.
Fred Freeman Sawo for $2 says my dad says she was hot when they married in 1984. Called it.
All right, so they were good for Fred's dad.
Yeah. Isnos says whatever. $2. I live 45 minutes in a world away from Wyoming.
Yes.
It is kind of like that, isn't it, Rob? Like you go to Fort Collins, 33 minutes away, you are in a completely different world. You go into South Dakota Spearfish, completely different. Yes. You cross that arbitrary line, it's like dun 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 dun.
That's the hills have eyes, yeah.
Yes, it kind of is. Yes, it Wyoming is its own universe. Yes.
James G for $2 says I'm talking about having a second home in Jackson, Wyoming.
Rob, you want to explain why Jackson, Wyoming is not part of Wyoming?
Because it's not part of Wyoming. It's its own independent country, because that is the one tiny, like, it's about the size of this beer cap. That's about how big Jackson Hole is. And you get to live in that and pay 18 million times what you'll pay anywhere else, because that's where everybody else lives that's worth anything either. So do you really want to do that, or nah? It's up to you. The rest of the state is a desert. Don't bother.
Yeah, I'd visit. Rob's not wrong. That northwest quadrant, more or less, of Wyoming is absolutely beautiful.
Thing. Yep,
right.
That's the only redeeming quality of Wyoming.
Yeah, and maybe I could live in a town like Sheridan, but even then, I'd probably have to live out that. Let me go through some missed ones that I got here in the archive from also Fred Friedman Sowell for $5. The University of Wisconsin offering an online flex MBA starting in 2021. Should I get it so I can make as much as the Big Ten dude bros like grads, like the Carlson School of Management? No. I mean, if you're paid to get your MBA, not that they pay for it, but they pay you like, oh, you're going to study all this, then maybe consider getting it. But no, there's no reason to get an MBA unless like your job would say, well, we'll double your salary if you do, and you're gainfully and reliably employed within a company. Guardian Knight for $5. Cappy, this is the Council for Evil project next year, Treasury Department. I'm in the investment. Okay, good. Thank you, Guardian Knight. Caleb Cullen. Oh, then we got the couch. Okay, now we're caught up. Just want to make sure I didn't miss those two. Okay, there we go.
All Man for $2. There's plenty of things to do in Wyoming. Plenty of crack.
Hey, DT, have you made it into Wyoming yet?
Yeah. We went to Thermopolis.
That's right.
That's a cool little town. There's a building in there with Nazi symbols on it. Yeah.
Really?
Cool. Yeah, it's an old because the swastika is a Native American symbol as well.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't actual Nazis or anything.
No, it wasn't. No. It wasn't where they're doing the public access show and for Thermopolis.
Hang on, hear this out. Public access American Indian Nazis. I would tune in that second.
Right.
I would. Okay, what do you got? Let's go.
We gotta fund this.
Go ahead, James.
Alrighty, Sam Whiskey for $4.99. Men get lucky over 30,000 times in their lifetimes. 27 times if they do it with a partner. From Red Button.
Good. That's good.
Red Crusader for $5 says, old men like Rob can't help but give in-depth directions. It's part of the old people ramble.
And the best part is, Red, we got your fucking money.
Well, I do. Let's not forget that, old man.
No.
Get to the cow, you've gone too far. Nonstop Dre 360 for $4.99 says Cappy, brave and stunning life coach / author of 4-Hour Fap, Snaps and Craps, Cappy's Brokeback Chronicles, and Cats, Wine, and Frozen Eggs.
Your next book titles.
Would you do a Dr. Seuss book for Cats, Wine, and Frozen Eggs?
You could. I mean, it's not that hard to come up with something rhyming. The real trick is to find the author. But I did Boris the Shitting Buffalo, and it was like that. It was rhyming. It was a kid's book, except he's shitting. They're not worth it. It's cool, like if you want to do it as a project, but women aren't going to buy that. You might get a couple guys to buy it and give it to someone they don't like. But no, it's
more of a joke.
What about just fake books you put on the coffee table? With just the covers.
Well,
no effort whatsoever. You do a cover, 4-hour naps and faps or whatever, and when company comes over, you've got the coffee table books.
Well, then you could just buy a fake. Just go get a book, go print off go get a book at the library, get its dimensions, and then just print off a different cover or sleeve for it, and then wrap it around that. If you're just going for, why write a whole book? Why even go through the process of uploading nothing to Amazon?
Well, that's what I mean is that it wouldn't do. It would basically cost you nothing for time, and people might buy it. People buy books that they like to sit on trains on subways with weird books that have there's nothing in them.
Okay,
but to get reactions out of people.
Okay. Well, so. There's other things in the pipe that.
Sure, I get it. Just trying to be helpful. I'm positive today.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Fred Freeman Sowell for $2 says, Dad says ROI book cover looks like a Bond movie intro. And it does.
Yes,
it does. And I cannot claim any help at all. I just came up with the idea. I said, Rollo, make this a reality. And then Rollo just hit that one out of the park.
He did.
He did a good job.
It makes me excited to read it. Like I legit, like the subject matter alone makes me excited to read this because, because I'm 23 years old and dating sucks.
Yeah. But you'll find out why mathematically. You'll be like, and not only that, you'll be able to mathematically tell how much it sucks. You say, 43%.
Exactly. I'm going to be able to look and see which quadrant I'm in for these numbers.
Right. Lots of charts, lots of data. And the book sales are going great, by the way. I was like, I tried to do the 500-page book, and no one cares about that. Here's 170. Like, hey, I did math to vagina. I added math to vagina. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
The Badge Industrial Complex strikes again.
Oh, here, Fred again.
That's
wait, we already did that one. All right, here's another.
You boomer. James G for $5 says, I considered Salt Lake and St. George in Utah. Wyoming appears better to have a second home in the northwestern part. I am not thinking about dating, business, and relaxing.
Yeah, then maybe why. I mean, visit. Go check it out. I mean,
yeah, definitely visit. Don't stay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how these millennial. Okay, there we go.
For $2.
It's all right. We'll go Gen Z speed. We'll set it out real fucking slow for you there, James. That's all right.
Excellent. Thank you.
Read it.
I did. You didn't listen.
A pregnant pause.
Get your fucking hearing aid. Greg Crusader for $2 says a wild gay hand appears.
Almighty.
That's why Aaron just does the head and shoulders thing.
James is going to be like this great co-host producer. Fuck off. I'll do it when I get around to it.
Stand up for $5 says long-time listener, first-time super chatter. Well, Aaron, you took his virginity. 2 questions. How do I get the girls? And what is the future of the USA while money printer goes burr?
Okay, you get the girls by following what
both jokes, probably.
They're both jokes, yeah. But we give joke answers. You do exactly what women tell you. You be nice and sensitive and cry.
Just be yourself.
And then you are going to see anything that you borrow money for go up by the exact percent we increase the money supply.
I thought the joke answer to that would be nothing. Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing's going to.
Nothing's going to happen when the money printer goes burr.
The money printer goes burr. Everything will be fine.
Yes. Yep.
Jug Grover for $2 says Aaron and Vince should come out of the closet already. Is that your next book dedication to my lover Vince?
No, the problem is since I did the dedication to Atham and Chad, made them look like gay lovers. Like now I have all these dedications, but not enough books for them because I got all different people like you guys. Like
that's where these fake books come in. You just dedicate.
Yeah,
4-hour fap and nap coffee table book that's just a cover.
Just do a book of fucking dedication.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, you worded it very well. It said to Atham and Chad, may the world never judge your forbidden love for one another. Stay stunning and brave. Right. Sorry, stay brave and stunning is how we worded it. Because he's a fucking contrarian. He can't just do it how everybody else does it,
right?
Which is stunning and brave. He had to go brave and stunning because we have to distinguish ourselves from.
Why do you hate gay people, James?
Oh, you know what? We were just on this. BPNP for $2 says, has Cappy put down the cigars?
No, we'll have those. I just don't have them all the time. But I'll be having one maybe later on tonight, but we'll see.
Fred Freeman Sowell for $2 says, AV for the Atham vasectomy. A-Hole Consulting will exist post-Cappy.
It will. Atham's taking it over. Assuming he doesn't die before me. And you can't die before me, then I got to figure out who else to hand it off to. So you got to stay alive there, Atham.
I'll try.
Isnows for $2 says, Obergun, Betty Humpter, and Yonakomo Tukakita.
You know who that is? What is that, Atham?
The one in the middle, I have no idea, but they're kind of like saying bend over. kind of thing in Spanish.
Okay.
So yo no como tu caquita means I don't eat your shit.
Sounds Japanese?
No, it sounds Japanese, but it's actually they're playing with words in Spanish.
Oh,
same
Spanish.
with Albert Gun. It means the guy with the big dick.
Albert Gun.
So what they want the sound bite of the nice, smooth Darth Vader's second cousin voice saying those things.
Right. To curse in that language. That's beautiful. Simon LaPaz for HK25 says, Atham vasectomy. What is the deal with Atham and university? Can someone explain?
Atham, what is it? It's a physical law. Like if one ceases to exist, the other one doesn't. So you have to be perpetually in school. Otherwise, you don't exist anymore.
Right. Yeah, that comes from quantum physics.
Schrodinger's Atham.
Yeah, there you go. You know what's up.
What's your estimated? Because you're a junior right now, right? Mid-junior level. Okay, so 3 years, 4 years?
3 to 4 years. Because I'm doing part-time, I can't go full-time. I'm too busy. Yeah.
We're gonna throw a party, man. That's gonna be a huge ass party when you graduate. I'll even invite you.
Thank you.
We might even have you attend. Yeah.
Chris Puckett for $4.99. He's trolling when he asks about what about living in Jackson, Wyoming. Merry Christmas, guys. Obsessed with fucking Wyoming.
Just I don't know. We've never had this many questions about Wyoming. Guys, read the book. Read the book Reconnaissance Man. I go into great detail of Wyoming and why you shouldn't go there.
It's a shithole.
If you guys are getting this excited about it, just go down to Tampa for vacation. Don't make any bad decisions just yet. Leslie M for $4.99 says, Merry Christmas, Captain Cappy.
Well, Merry Christmas, Leslie. Thank you very much.
Is Captain Cappy redundant?
No, it's capitalism.
Captain.
I see.
So the Cappy stands for capitalism, not captain?
No. So it's Cappy, Captain Cappy. Cappy.
See, I call you Cappy because I thought you're talking about the captain.
I thought it was astrology and that it was you're a Capricorn.
Yep. What are we going to abbreviate captain with now?
Well, this is a nickname. You don't have
Cappy.
No, Cappy.
No.
Cappy capitalism.
You're Cappy. You're Cappy.
Well, that's what we were all assuming was the case, was Cappy capitalism.
Look, I know this may shock all of you. I didn't sit down with a whiteboard and design this. It just kind of happened, Someone started calling me Cappy.
That's way too much of a specific example. He's lying. He absolutely did sit down with the whiteboard and set that up.
See, this is mind-blowing material for me because I've been friends with you for a long time now. I never once thought, every time I've called you Cappy, I've never once thought I'm calling you capitalism. Never once. Not once.
Non-stop today. Dre 360 for $1.99 says Cappy's next book, Who Didn't Hurt Me?
And a special Merry Christmas to Nonstop Dre, who's been with us all this year. Good Marine guy.
And also for his book, Who Didn't Hurt Me, there's going to be 357 blank pages.
Bull Rush for $2.23 says, speaking of short bus, I have a new pick of Aaron.
Oh, great.
You definitely have to share that one.
All right. Hey, Bull Rush, did he put it on the internet? Is it out there? Let me take a look.
Bull Rush needs to put that on Twitter.
I have a feeling you guys will retweet it just fine without my help.
Absolutely.
I'll wake up. I'll get up in the morning because you idiots are on the East Coast and Rurb's up anyway. And there'll be like 40 notifications. I'm like, did I go viral? Am I making a lie? No, it's just, hey, look, Clary with the fucking drawn in black dildo in his face.
Hey, the tip
like
counts.
You know us.
You fucking you rope good old Doc in there, Doc Perotin, who's the most innocent guy, like poop and fart joke, small penis joke, Aaron. Like, okay.
Have you seen Cappy? Have you seen what YouTube does to your videos now that they've got like the 3-second preview? You should scroll over your videos on your YouTube page. It's hilarious in my opinion. You're always gesticulating. You're gesticulating, and it goes over and over and over again.
Just Aaron making the dick sucking motion.
Tuscan Razorbacks for $4.99 says
nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely
Just
fucking
throwing
nothing.
money.
Wouldn't that be the perfect wife? $5. I'm not going to say anything. Here's
There you go.
money. All right.
Northern
Have
Light.
some money and make me a fucking sandwich.
Wando for $2. €2 says Cappy. Can we have more diversity on the panel?
We'll have to get Dre or Landrum or Dave Little in, so we have our token black guy. I've been incredibly sexist this entire time. Not having.
What else is new?
Yep. Oh, here. Oops. Okay, no more super chats because I got to get going here, guys. This is
What already? Come on, man.
it's like well, I gotta go to Wisconsin.
What's in Wisconsin?
Why? What's in Wisconsin?
Yeah, what the fuck is in Wisconsin?
Christmas with my parents.
Oh, dutiful son.
Yeah. You gotta.
I never thought you'd see it.
Well, 24th. Don't know if you guys knew this or not.
When you're at your parents' house, you can nap. Just don't fap.
I won't.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Vince.
Already for Isnows, $2 says Cappy. What's a good business for me to make $1?
You go to Wyoming, but you become a dropshipper real estate agent. Then that way, but you get your MBA first, but with an undergrad in entrepreneurship. That's the best way.
Actually, it's raise alpacas. You're good there.
There you go. Tuscan Razorbacks for $14.99 says, don't forget George Carlin's comedy shtick on state prisons and where to place criminals. Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, and Kansas are his favorite places, but America's bad guys. Funny as hell.
That is a great bit. George Carlin is the patron saint of the Black Brigade, and so I know that one. And I think that's where is that where the Four Corners is? Those four states?
Utah, Wyoming, Colorado. No, not Wyoming. New Mexico and Arizona.
Yes.
Okay, I thought because the whole bit is that you've got gates that open up at the Four Corners between the four states for a certain amount of time, and it's great.
It's
great
the portal
TV.
to hell. Yeah.
I've been to that Four Corners. It's not worth it. Because everyone's like, oh, we got to go there. And then you pull up and it's on an Indian reservation. So they charge like $10. I'm like, I'm not going to go to see some cross.
And it's a dry county.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
You can't buy booze there because of the
you can't wash away the memory
county.
of how you just wasted so much fucking time to see a square with 4 lines on it.
Can you bring it in a paper bag?
If you get caught, it's considered bootlegging.
Interesting.
Wow.
What?
Interesting.
Yep.
The only problem is that Four Corners, the closest town is Cortez, Colorado. So it's not like there's a ton of restaurants or bars. Anyway.
No, there isn't shit down there unless you like looking at rocks.
Right.
Atham would probably enjoy it.
Speaking of looking at rocks.
Rock hunting.
Jug Groper for $2 says, in the future, the rich will go people hunting in Wyoming. No, it'll be boomers on motorized fucking boomers and Gen Xers on motorized wheelchairs, which have these very long syringes which are sticking out, and they'll try to ram young people. They'll try to ram boomers and Gen Alpha and suck the blood out of them because they've had too much fun sucking the future wealth out of the economy, and they'll have to switch to blood next.
I can't wait till my generation, because the boomers died. Like, we're the oldest and we're going to be the most hated. But we'll own it. Be like, yeah, fuck you. We don't care. We'll
It's coming. It's coming. A lot of fucking Gen Xers dying alone in old folks' homes. It's going to be wonderful.
We're not that old yet. Not one Gen Xer is in an old folks' home.
You said when the boomers die off and you become the oldest.
Yeah, but you say it's already happening. I'm like, well, no. I
didn't say it's going to be lovely when it happens.
Oh, it will be. Okay, yeah.
Non-stop.
Hang on, is it too harsh of me to like see the women decay from high school that I knew? Gen X women, we're talking, of course. Now they're on Facebook. They're all wrinkly and old and divorced and everything. And I'm just, the natural progression would just be in a nursing home. Would that be
another good?
You just did it again.
You're going to be going from syphilis.
You do it to yourself, there, Aaron. You do it to
Anthem,
yourself.
can you translate this? Does that look like anything you had over in Taiwan?
Yeah, it says, who hurt you and how do I get the girls?
Nice.
Fucking Dre. Oh.
Harry Snatch says it's
no, that's
You're welcome.
Had a boomer moment.
I knew it was his super chat. I wasn't going to pass that one up though.
Okay.
Leslie M for $1.99 says
nothing, right?
That's what she's got. Al Cortez 173 for $5 says, shout out to Aaron and DT for keeping me sane in 2020. Merry Christmas, guys.
Thank you, Al Cortez.
Thanks.
Fred Freeman Sowell for $1.99 says, you said no to Wisconsin MBA, though. Hypocrite.
Yeah, I said no to all MBAs. Why would I say
that is a joke. The Wyoming thing was a joke. The Competent Man for $2 says, Cappy, broadcast scheduled for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Although don't be surprised, like, hey, Vince, you want to go do a podcast? And I stand him up at the very last moment.
Just like Rolo stands you up.
What else is new, you fucking dick? Christ.
Boy. Simon Laplace for HK $10. AV, so Athens vasectomy fun. Cappy, next book, why do you need to move to Wyoming?
Right. That'll be my next one. Along with why you need to fuck fat chicks.
You're fucking fat chicks?
No.
Non-stop Trey for $3.60. For $2 says, stop sending super chats. Cappy's not a capitalist.
Yeah. Well, Cappy does. Atham, what are you doing? God.
Super sticker. I'm assuming it's a pile that shit emoji again, isn't it?
Right. See, can you guys see it? I can't see it.
I can't see it. I'm just like, I know for a fact your microphone was made in China, and it's like that. If Atham sent a super sticker, I know for
like a little fox with hearts.
And he didn't put AV in front of that. I mean,
wow.
Unfortunate.
He could be giving all kinds of money right now and just coming right back to himself, right?
No, you can't type anything when you give a super sticker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'm a boomer. I don't know these things. No, I'm actually
Wando for €2 says, will Cappy get the Nobel Prize for his new book? You know, I think if we get it out to enough Gen Zers and stuff like that, and Gen Alpha especially, if we get that book out to enough of them, we'll make our own version of the Nobel Prize, and we'll give it to you.
We almost have to, as a completely separate generation from the boomers, have to come up with our own awards, because Miss America means nothing. It's just all ugly women now. The Nobel Peace Prize means nothing. The Oscars mean nothing. The Tonys, the Donies, the Whammies, the Bammies, the Grammys, none of those mean anything anymore. So we almost have to come up with like, yeah, the best movie was this movie because it was really good. You know, not it was political or anything like that. And this person wins the Nobel Prize in chemistry because their chemical formula cured people of this disease or something like that. Not, oh, well, they were a leftist and they had connections. It's completely worthless.
Yeah, this person bombed 7 countries. We're gonna give it the Peace Prize, motherfucker.
Right. So would it be the Cappy Gay Hand Prize?
Yes, it'll just be this hand on the side.
Right. Hand on the trophy.
Because we can make a nice statue out of that.
And it's not gold; it's just made out of brass.
All right, 2 more. Then we're gonna get going, and I'm gonna have you guys plug all your stuff. So Judd Grover.
Judd Grover for $2 says, Merry Christmas to everyone, and the farting heart fox.
Farting heart.
Isnels for $2 says, Cappy, what year did you graduate college?
I did not graduate college. I graduated from college in 1997. From college. I did not own a college, therefore I could not graduate it. You try and graduate somebody's college and see what they do to you. They'd probably be very upset if you try to graduate their college without their permission.
Fair enough.
All right. That was the very Merry Cappy Christmas. Thank you all for basically sitting there and just having people throw money at me.
You're welcome, Aaron. You're welcome.
I enjoyed myself. I got to flap my guns for the whole show.
Rob, tell people about you.
RobSays.net. You can find all the shit there.
Cool. DT.
Black Brigade on YouTube and blackbrigade.org. Switch to philosophy. It's not news and politics, except once a week. So
once a week. All right. Atham. If people can donate, you need how much raised? 200,000. What do you need?
For what? For the vasectomy? No, it's just it's just 1,000.
$1,000. We could probably raise that for you. We already got like $20. So yeah, that's
where you go. Your vasectomy from. Holy shit.
The neighbor down the street.
$1,000. My God. Atham, I'll do it for $500 for you, buddy.
A bottle of rum and a pair of tin snips.
Yeah, Rob there with some hedge clippers.
Yep.
Vince, where people find you?
Hey, did you watch those beforehand? I don't know.
Hush, it doesn't matter. Just close your eyes and think of Christmas.
There you go. And then touch yourself. Masculinegeek.com and masculinegeek.life. Go visit them.
Life?
.life. That's our private membership subscription site. Yes.
Really? So
yes.
Okay, that suffix is new and you buy it, but it's behind a paywall or something.
All of the content, the really cool content, is behind a paywall. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. And James, where can people find you?
I've got a new plug this week, an exclusive plug. Find me, James Streisand, on Fiverr.com if you need anything read or if you need particular short voice lines that you wanna commission.
God, you know what's going to be great is when you make $10 million more than John Steele, even though he had the same ability, and then you'd be like, then your book
I'm gonna send armed thugs to his house and force him to start doing a podcast.
No, he's not gonna.
He still won't do it. He still won't
do it. So.
No.
All right, that's it. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, gentlemen.
Merry
Thanks
Christmas
for coming on the show.
Merry Christmas, Aaron. Merry Christmas, chat. Merry Christmas, panel.
And everybody out there, hopefully you got a little bit of something to listen to while you're driving. And we'll see you probably 2021, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to be doing anything until next year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
All right.
Hey guys, I'll see you tomorrow.
I get a text message or a call. You guys got to be around tomorrow. I want to do like a random podcast. I'm bored.
I'll show up for it.
Is that your impersonation of me?
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't have the hat, but yeah.
James, will you take us out correctly?
All right. Motherfucker, what are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Toodles. You got to say toodles.
Toodles.
Don't take any wood
There we
nickels
go.
on